Hi, welcome to TechCrunch TV. I'm Sarah Lacy, and I'm here with Rocco, who is the CEO and founder of a new company launching today called Pago. And you are sitting here because you love beer and you love the Giants.
Absolutely. Let me tell you a little story.
There's a lot of people in this office that share that. I'm particularly an A's fan, but I'm overlooking that for the purposes of your startup.
Well, let me tell you, I've had probably one of the most foolish stories around. It's bottom of the fifth. Barry Bonds is ninth to bat in AT&T Park.
Right.
So my friends and I were enjoying some beers, taking in the sights. It's my turn to get the beers. So I'm like, this guy's not going to hit it. There's no way. We've gone to 4 games in a row. It's just not going to happen. I get up out of my seat, enjoying AT&T Park, order the beers. Next thing you know, there's a scream in the crowd. He hits it, and I miss it. I go back to the seats. My friend's like, are you kidding me? They need your service. We were talking about this ordering service. So that motivated me to leave IBM and start a company. And specifically around, ordering and payment.
And so the idea here, I mean, you pitch it as a payments company, but what's exciting to me is actually more the convenience aspect of it than the payments aspect. There's a lot of ways to pay, and there's a lot of, and I get it's a platform, it makes it easier, but it's the idea of having sort of the coffee shop beer vendor version of a fast pass at Disneyland, where you can just go up and it's ready for you.
Exactly. So what we're looking to do is this. There are a lot of different services out there that do online ordering, that just do payment. Google Wallet, PayPal, there's Grubhub, you name it, right, to be able to do all these different types of applications. What we're looking to do is we're looking to provide this uniform interface to the consumer, so you can interface with all these different merchants through one application. So rather than having 1,000 apps on your phone, you have one. And that's the app you go to be able to go ahead and conduct your commerce throughout the day.
How are you going to get all of those things that I do in my day signed up for your service? I mean, who would not want to be the single platform?
That is a great question. So we decided to start in Mountain View, really prove out the concept. We signed up 53 merchants in Mountain View. 2 people signed up for 53 merchants in Mountain View. Over 4 weeks, all these different types of merchants. And with that, now we're working with some of the world's largest companies, partners, to help us go ahead and take us to the next step.
What does that mean?
So what that means
is... Just threw a lot of press release jargon at me.
Right. So I can't really talk about the detail of those partnerships, but it's some really exciting stuff, some game-changing stuff. So and just stay tuned. And we're definitely going to keep you posted on that.
I mean, the problem is, like, while I get that there's some uniqueness and distinctness to what you guys are doing, and again, the part that I like is particularly the lazy part. Merchants are already, putting, iPads with Square in their store. They're doing it, with new services from Google. I mean, they're flooded by different daily deal sites. I mean, merchants are flooded by startups making frankly, more powerful promises about what's going to help their business than you guys are doing. I mean, at some point, aren't you a little late to running after merchants? Aren't you worried about them being like, look, we just, great. I would also love if you could give me a massage every day, but we cannot have another iPad on the counter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So what we found today is that merchants don't really have control over a lot of these different applications. They're sort of being bullied into one way or another, and it's not working for them. So in listening to them, they're looking for a platform that they can control to be able to reach out and develop that relationship with the consumer, right? Driving the lifetime value, and really have ownership, and not really give up a lot of their margin. That's the space that we're playing in. And I keep on going back to this, but this idea of being this universal interface for the consumer, interact with merchants, and rather than having all these different apps on your phone.
Okay, great. Let's see a real quick demo.
Sure. We have Pago, the application, and I'm in Mountain View. And let's say I want to go to Netto Cafe. I'm going to go ahead and place an order. Now, the idea here is that I want to order a coffee. What's my usual? Rather than having to wait in line, ultimately get to the barista and tell them everything I tell them every day, I can do it automatically here, right? And it integrates directly into their point of sale system. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and get a latte.
Do you have to be in the store, or you can do this on the way?
You can do that on the way.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm 5 minutes away. I'm going to get an order. It gets queued up, and you're on your way. So in this case, 1 latte. I'm going to check out now. I put in my PIN, hit submit. Payment's already made, and then what we do is we basically go ahead and you flash your receipt upon.
Now, do you get to stand in a different line?
You do. That's one thing we worked out with all these merchants is there is this express lane that you have. And that express lane allows you to go ahead and skip the line, show your receipt, and you're on your way.
So let's talk about money.
Yes.
Which you said before you don't want to talk about, so
sure.
I'm going to put you on the spot on the camera now. So you've raised about $2 million in angel funding.
We have, yes.
Right.
Yep.
What angels?
So myself, I'm a large angel investor in the company. We have folks.
Well, you should be, since it's it's your coffee shop, it's your dry cleaner.
Yeah, and we have other folks that are former Apple employees, Google employees. That are really supporting the company. Folks such as Constantine Othmore and Bruce Leak. Also folks like Thomas Vares and Keith Kroc. Keith Kroc being the former CEO of Ariba. These are folks that are supporting the company, and we're really, really happy to have them on board.
And you've been building this for a few years, so.
Yeah, well, we've been conducting a lot of experiments. This is what it is, right? You're conducting experiments, you're trying to understand what's happening in the marketplace. Do consumers really get it? Do merchants really get it? So, we started off, trying to look at bars and nightclubs, and boy, we had some success there, really just trying to understand what's happening. And then it's really evolved into this whole consumer purchase pattern play. And it's not just about being at a bar, but it's about, take me through my day and help me, conduct commerce a lot easier.
So now you're raising a big grown-up round of venture capital.
We are, which I can't talk about, but I'll tell you what, it's exciting. Stay tuned for this one. It's extremely exciting. We're partnering with some really significant players that are going to take this from, at startup, hey, we're kicking around the tires, to really become a leader in this space. So
it sounds like you're talking to strategic investors, not just traditional venture investors.
We are. So it's really exciting. That's all I can really say about that, right? But stay tuned, and Sarah, you'll be the first to know.
So people in Mountain View can go use this right now.
Yes, we have over 53 venues signed up, and you'll be able to interface from salons to dry cleaners to bars to coffee shops, pizza places, you name it, across the city of Mountain View.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming in, and best of luck.
Thank you, Sarah.